So today is Tuesday, and the weather is totally crazy in Calgary, Canada. I made some calculations. So 2 weeks ago, we had minus 36 Celsius, or 237 Kelvin, or minus 32 F. Today, we have plus 8 Celsius, or 281 Kelvin, or 46 F. And everything is melting. Big mess outside, but it's sunny. Feels like summer. I had to take off my warm jacket and just put this on. And I've been doing some deliveries, and I started taking notes of the restaurants, because the saying is that if you plan to invest into something, it has to be something close to you, something that you really revolve around, like somewhere in your profession, in your job. And I realized, wait a second, I deal with restaurants. What if I start taking notes of which restaurants are popular? And one of the popular restaurants here is called Kingjo. And I googled who owns Kingjo. Turns out Kingjo is the last name of the founder. It's Peter Kingjo, who came to Canada from Japan, and this is like his 36th restaurant. It's kind of like bar and grill and sushi mostly, right? But it's super popular, lots of deliveries, and I always see it's packed, lots of people in there. And we have like 4 or 5 of them in Calgary. But unfortunately, I think it's just a private enterprise, but it was cool. I saw the guy, there's a YouTube video, somebody was doing an interview with him. He's a pretty colorful character, because he likes kind of like scaring customers with his big Japanese knife. He does, all kinds of tricks in front of people. Funny guy, interesting. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not, doesn't look like it's incorporated. And then, so that's what I did today. I did 2 Kingjo, 1 Starbucks, 1 McDonald's, and 1 Subway. And the Subway was interesting. I pick up in the same plaza I'm sitting here, and the address is like 3 clicks away, and customers often don't realize that it would help the driver if they put the name of the business, like if it's a hotel, tell me it's a hotel, right? So actually today, the first one, I think, McDonald's, there was just an address, and I'm driving there, and it's Westin Hotel, and my app says, you've arrived. And so I go to the front entrance, talk to the receptionist. I said, hey, I'm supposed to give this package to this lady named so-and-so. Could you check if she's staying at this hotel in this room number? And he looks on the computer. He says, yeah, that's the proper name. Okay, so I go upstairs, leave it in front of her room, take a picture, I'm done. But the Subway, it's like the building, to give you an idea what sometimes we have to go through. So let's say the building is like seriously almost like a kilometer long. Okay, maybe 800 meters. And so I go like this. Yeah, so wait. Yeah, I think like this, yeah. So I go like this. This is south. And my address is on this street. This is 104 Avenue. So I turn right, or what is this, west? I think, no, east. No, west. So this huge building, right? So, no, wait. Sorry, my bad. I screwed up. Anyway, it was like this. Like very long building. And then I turn here, and my app says, your customer is on the right. And I look there's a huge building, and on the top it says some, XTL, XTL Transport, the big trucking company. And then the next building, there's a big gap, and the next building is also some kind of a warehouse but the number is totally different. So I flip around, text the customer, no reply. So I called her because I have the phone number, and I said, I cannot find you. And turns out she was on this side of the building, and she says, you'll see a big W, something like waste, the name of the company. So, and this is like really, really long. I'm not sure why they use this address on this street. But I said, and she said, I did not know how to put in. He says, when I order a delivery, people always have trouble finding me. Oh yeah, I wonder why is that, because your address is like a kilometer away on the wrong street, whereas the actual, entrance is right here. When you go south on this, there's a driveway, you go in there, you see that big W, and she should say that the entrance is off this street, not. But, the lady says, I was not sure how to do it. And I explained to her, I said, to make it easier so that, to make sure that you get your food still hot, just, you can use comments in there. Like I said, most people, let's say when I deliver and they have a baby or something, they would put in there, please leave in front of my door. Do not ring the doorbell. The baby is sleeping. And she said, okay, maybe I'll do that next time. So I thanked her, wished her bon appetit, and I was out of there. But that was a interesting delivery because it's such a huge building, and she's on totally different street. At least it was not a downtown, But today is very quiet. Yesterday was quiet. Today is quiet because the weather's nice. So most people, I'm guessing, they just drive themselves. Also, when I was doing shop and pay, actually I like doing that, because it's very interesting. You have to, you like wear many hats, you have to be like a detective, search for the item, and then you have to, they say, okay, found the item, you have to scan the barcode. Then, okay, wrong barcode. Okay, you cannot find the item. They give you a list of substitutions. You have to pick one and see if that one is available. Then if nothing is available, you can text the customer, hey, which one of these you like, of the substitutions. And then you pay with a digital card. I'm telling you, it's very, very high tech. And you do a lot of walking, pushing that cart. I usually just drag it, I'm pretty strong, so I just put my hand like this and I pull it behind me, like sideways. Not sideways, but like to the side on my left side, and I just put my hand down, and this way it's easy to maneuver. The problem is actually quite often these carts, they're locked, and I found one that was unlocked, and then when I brought it back, I thought it would spit out like $1 or something. Like, how do they open them, But the key went in, nothing popped out of this area where there's like a little hole for the coin. I don't know how people get them. If somebody knows how they do it in Calgary, let me know. But what I do usually, I see one of these kids that, his parents are punishing him for something and he's pushing carts around. Like I saw one guy, he's like, it was so difficult for him because he had like 20 carts and he tries to push them inside the store. And this was when we had this cold weather, and he's almost like horizontal to the ground, he cannot push it. Like his legs are sleeping, he's not pushing it like him at 60%. He's like this, like there's a ground and this guy and people are looking at him like funny. He's like a modern slave. But what I do is I go over to these guys and because I know they have that magic key that it can unlock these carts, and I say, hey guys, sorry, I don't have any cash. Can you unlock one cart, please? And they always say, yeah, sure, no problem. Because this way it's easier for them. So now instead of 20 carts, he's only pushing 19, So it's a win-win. But yeah. Oh, and also this week, the Sunday, I got paid today for the previous week. That week I also did 700 Canadian dollars. Except now I realize I have to do a bit more because I'm buying gas, right? And I think I buy it like 2-3 times a week at probably around somewhere like $55. So I definitely should do more money. Also, when I was doing Shop and Pay, I was talking to the cashier, and she says, try Instacart. Instacart. I never heard that name, so I went online, downloaded the app, and it says, yeah, they don't care about your vehicle, your insurance. You just need to create an account. And looks like it's an American company, but they exist both in US and Canada. And you don't do deliveries, but well, you do Shop and Pay pretty much all the time. You customers send you, well, actually this Instacart sends you the order, which store it is, and you go there. And I see that in Calgary they only work with Real Canadian Superstore, where I've been there many times with DoorDash. And I did that. I registered, put in my zip code, postal code, and they say no positions available. So basically, that's a popular another option for somebody who's interested in gig economy is do this, because evidently, like the cashier told me that they make more money than with these courier companies, And yeah, Uber, I don't know. I really I click off, I cancel. Now, I don't know, 10 out of 10 orders on Uber Eats. So again, there's no reason for me to believe that they pay better, than that they're not the cheapest with Uber Taxi. Like, to give you an example, just now, on the other side of Highway 2, like a kilometer from here, there's what's it called? Darwin Chicken. A very nice place. They specialize in chicken. They grill it, I actually ate there a couple of times, and that's what I do when I find good restaurants where people order all the time. I go there myself after work, And so they have this Darwin Chicken. Some idiot orders Darwin Chicken to go to South Calgary. And I look at the map, it says 46 kilometers. 46 kilometers, that's like 30 miles. They wanted to drive. And of course, now I have to drive, let's say I drive 1 kilometer to the Darwin Chicken, then I jump on Highway 2, and I drive for like, 40 minutes, right? 46 kilometers. And Dasher sends me a message. So very busy right now, keep dashing for more orders. I haven't had an order in 2 hours. But anyway, so $17 Canadian for 46 kilometers or 28 miles. It's just nuts. That's Uber, okay? DoorDash also has cheap ones. People don't tip, but at least now I'm sitting at 195 lifetime deliveries. So I only need 5 more deliveries, and then I enter, because I have 5 out of 5 customer satisfaction rating. I have 88% acceptance rate, and as soon as I reach 200 deliveries, because I started in the summer, right, and then I stopped, and then I started again in December. So after 200 deliveries, you are considered kind of like the star, like the top level driver. I just need to keep that 5 out of 5 rating. Acceptance rate must be above 70%. And so now I can start canceling, cheap orders, and 200 deliveries. So I only need 5 more. So I'm still taking like pretty much everything they give me. I just need these 5 more, and I'll be a top level driver. Because, it's better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond, You never know. And now I can deliver alcohol. Haven't done yet one with DoorDash, but I'm all satisfied. I'm all registered, and they're supposed to reimburse my the $25 I paid for the online course. And I only did 2 or 3 deliveries with Uber. Yeah, one guy was funny. One guy at 1 p.m. he orders whiskey, because he cannot drive, I'm guessing. He doesn't have a license anymore. So I gotta be careful with these alcohol deliveries, because you have to if somebody appears drunk, you cannot leave the order. You're supposed to take it back to the store and check their documents, So, it's a responsible job, It's not like delivering pizza, whereas actually somebody said that you can make more money with pizza. But honest to God, I do enjoy it because it makes people happy. That's why I get nervous when people say, leave at my door. And I leave it at their door, and let's say it's minus 36 outside. Of course, I cannot leave it in my bag, right? So I take it out of the bag. And sometimes I just sit there, in my car and watch the door to make sure they take it, because they can track me, so they know I've arrived, right? I saw many times, even if I don't send them a text message, let's say I was doing a delivery to a hotel, I see a guy already comes out and he looks at his phone and he's looking around, because they know my name. The app tells them, hey, driver Sergei is on his way, and they can see my car moving. So now I don't even send them a text message. I used to send a text message, hey, I'm here, or I've arrived. But I know they can see me on the app unless they fell asleep or something, right? But it just, some people are so cheap. It's just unbelievable. And that's why alcohol actually can be more profitable, because tipsy people usually tip better, right? And if they're not tipsy, they will drive their own car to the liquor store, right? So that's the whole idea of ordering alcohol for delivery, But then, if they're too drunk, you're supposed to tell them sorry and take the bottle away and take it back to the liquor store. So anyway, so that's what's happening. Nothing on the freight broker front. No customers. January is usually very slow. I remember when I was a trucker, January was always bad. But I think most of the years when I was trucking, I made most of my money in December, because I generally didn't celebrate Christmas, So I would drive through Christmas, and most guys would sit at home, right, with their families. And that's when there was usually big demand for trucks. And I would make some good money, like, I don't know, 30, 40 grand Canadian. But then January, probably till the middle of February, it's all flat. But I remember January is when I was able to do some, needed repairs or some upgrades or something. By the way, speaking about upgrades, I'm still waiting for that performance K&N air filter. It's still not available because the car is 23 model. But once that gets, released, I'm definitely going to order that, because it gives you a bit more power. I believe in that one. And you only have to clean them like once a year. You don't have to buy, filters every oil change. And also I found there's a gadget. They're claiming you'll get like 60 horsepower extra. It's like $99 US. It just plugs into your computer port. I want to get that one, because basically, looks like this car is not protected the way Chrysler protects the ECM on the Charger and Challenger, because I'm guessing those are big engines. I remember I had to unlock the PCM, get like unlocked PCM, or send it to a company that would unlock it, send it back. It was like very expensive, But on this car, looks like all you have to do is just plug in that little gizmo, and it should give you more power. But I'm still not 100% sure it's legit. I need to do more research. But once I do, I'll probably order it, because they also say it's not just horsepower, but they're claiming you will get 4 to 6 miles per gallon improvement. And since I'm driving around the city all the time, I can definitely use some improvement with my gas economy, because this car with this 2-liter turbo is on the highway, it's great, but between lights it's like 11 liters per 100 kilometers. I'm not sure how is that in miles per gallon, but it's not very good. It should be like 9 liters, not 11. Anyway, so those are my news. Thanks for watching. Ciao.